Hi everyone, I wanted to come on and do a short, quick little tutorial about the Aggieology app. And this is once you get access, you pay for the annual access. This is what it looks like on the inside. There are some features that are not open as part of the annual access. This is my view from admin view, but what I will show you is what you would get access to. So I've been working on this app for several years, and I have released some of its core functions. For those of you who have purchased my yearly email readings, those went away and are now essentially here in this app form. And so if you liked those in the past, you're definitely going to like this version on the app because it's essentially the same format but has more details and information. So here, this is just a quick, again, tutorial about what you can expect. There's essentially 3 tiers that you can choose from. The first one is $50, the other one is $100, and then you have the $200 tier. So you pick, for the first one for $50, you pick between your yearly and monthly, and then you also have your rising sign and moon sign. So you'll see that when you go to Aggieology.app, you'll get to see the breakdown, the exact breakdown. But here I'm going to show you what you basically get. So using Kim Kardashian as an example, since she's a public figure, this is what it would look like if you bought the yearly for your rising and moon sign. Okay, you would get on the left, on the right, and you see your chart in this format. Okay, and the planets that you see here in the squares are essentially transiting planets where they currently are transiting. And this is obviously Vedic astrology, so Vedic sidereal placements. And I had broken it down into yearly and monthly planets. So that's why you don't see the other remaining planets. Those are on the monthly. Okay, and I'll kind of show you that next. But just scrolling down here, you get an introduction and overview into Vedic astrology. If you're a beginner, it will be useful information either way. There's also a color legend here that explains certain color codes that I have put into the app. We have numerology personal year that's calculated for you and what it means. Then we also have the important personal transits. Those include if you're going through any major transits such as Sati with Saturn return, nodal return, and nodal inversion. Okay, so those are important transits. If you're going through them, it would be explained there. Then we have the yearly transits, which covers right here. You can close and open pretty much all the subtitles, but essentially here you can see dates, what Saturn means or what each planet means, what each house entails, and then essentially the predictions for each transit. Okay, so that's kind of the main feature of getting this annual access, okay, is predictions according to your transits. Now, we have, again, the yearly planets, which are Saturn, Jupiter. There's 2 transits of Jupiter because it's going to be moving into a different sign later on in the year. And then we have the nodes, Rahu and Ketu, okay? So all these transits are really important. So if you had to decide between getting the yearly and monthly view, I would always recommend starting out with the yearly transits to get a bird's eye view. And then you can always add on monthly after. Now, yearly transits is kind of like the bread and butter. Then yearly aspects are secondary, okay? So don't get overwhelmed. At first, it could be a lot of information. So I suggest if you're new to astrology, maybe don't even open up aspects. Those are just, again, secondary if you understand them. Same thing with yogas. Yearly yogas, not, it's more of a secondary feature. It's, you don't have to, if you're too overwhelmed at the beginning, you don't even have to open the yearly yogas, okay? The other thing that is going to be important is dates and events. Those are going to have all the important transits, when the planets are moving, and the dates. Then we have the eclipse season section. That's going to be very important. It explains where the eclipses are happening according to your chart, and that obviously includes predictions as well. And then we have conjunctions, any important conjunctions that are happening for the year. And as we go along, I add, information or things to the app all the time. So, but that's conjunctions there. And then, of course, all the retrogrades for the year, and what those mean, and the dates of those retrogrades. That's also really important when you're trying to schedule certain events. It really plays an important role to know when the retrogrades are happening. And then nakshatras, those are mini lunar constellations, and it just tells you where the planets are in which nakshatras. Okay, that's another secondary layer. If you're new, you might not need to open up the nakshatras. But and then of course we have this month, and it's just broken down what's going on each month, so you can zoom in on month to month what's going on. So the other tab I'll show you that you have access to would be monthly, if you purchase monthly for your rising and or moon sign. So same thing, we have the introduction overview, the color code legend, we have numerology. That other one had yearly, and this is monthly. Okay, so your personal month for the month. And then we have the monthly transits, and that obviously includes the Sun, Mercury, Venus, and Mars. Okay, those are the monthly planets. And then same thing with the secondary information. We have aspects, yogas, and then the dates and events pertain to the monthly planets. Same thing with the conjunctions here, and then the retrogrades. So like Mercury retrograde, Venus retrograde would all be here in the monthly. Then we have, again, the nakshatras, and then monthly moons is not on yearly. Monthly moons is obviously pertaining to the new moons and full moons each month that happen. Okay, so that is only in the monthly tier. And then we also have the breakdown by month, what's happening this month. So that was just a quick little overview. I wanted to show you guys in case you guys were interested in getting access to the app, because I think it's really useful information, especially for somebody that is into astrology and wants to know what's going on and take advantage of the transits and follow along according to your chart. I think this is an excellent resource. Like I said, I've worked so many years on this, and I really want people to be able to, use it and get benefit from it. So if you have any questions, reach out to me. I think this is the perfect time to get annual access. You can pretty much get it any time throughout the year. When you pay, you're essentially paying for, a full year up ahead. So whenever you get it, it's a year, you're paying for that year. It's not year to year, but it's whenever you start it. So like if you signed up February 2nd, you would get access until next year, February 2nd. So that's like it's called annual access. So like I said, if you have any particular questions, reach out to me. Otherwise, like I said, the reason why I'm also kind of reminding you guys and letting you know about the app is because eclipse season is coming up literally, in mid-February, and we have another one in March. So these are really important times, and the app includes a lot of information on the eclipses and what you can expect. And so I think this is really, valuable information to have right in time for the eclipses. So let me know your thoughts on if you kind of enjoyed seeing what's inside the app, and if you plan on getting it, or if you have gotten it and you want to leave feedback for other people or feedback for me, let me know in the comments of this video. All right, talk to you guys another time. Bye.